Well, now all I want to do is talk about One Piece. God damn it.
All right.
Whatever.
Well, sure. I can keep talking about One Piece.
Whatever.
I'm enough of a fanboy to talk about One Piece.
I don't want to hear. I just need to know. Well, I guess I don't know who the cat. I guess they don't know who the cast is ever. But okay, we'll just
They have this. They have the main people from East Blue cast, which is like the first place you start in this series.
Okay. Oh, they do. Are you
They've had that.
They
look like they look like they'd be good. Like that's the only thing I can think of is like I said, I don't know if it's possible to do a One Piece live action because of how absurd the world is. Like,
yeah,
like I said, the thing that may or may not make the cut. I love it, but it is very wild. There's a lot of insane powers and stuff that go into it. It's not like Dragon Ball where it's just like, oh, it's everyone has like a vague set of similar martial arts based powers.
Yeah,
it's like everyone the in the beginning the central power is typically like it's all like general combat, but like the superpower-esque thing is derived from shit like called devil fruits, and basically you eat them and you become able to do things of like a certain type. Like the main character, Luffy, is a rubber man, so he's super fucking stretchy, and also it's like has the qualities of rubber. And there's like people who are and much as that starts off like, oh, so like you just become the quality of things. Eventually, there's like weird shit like a guy, and this is super late on, but a guy whose body is an egg that slowly keeps fucking cracking he's essentially immortal, but like it gets really fucking strange, and I don't see how it's possible to make this world, especially when your main character's fighting style involves him like wildly stretching his limbs all over the place.
Well, maybe it's just it's just CGI'd as fuck. No?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I just don't think
it'll come off as not corny.
Well, that is also the big struggle because what like a lot of different anime things, watching it in English oftentimes isn't that great. There's some times where like English dub, they get like good people, like Cowboy Bebop has a great English dub and like Samurai Champloo, but like a lot of the times, and especially with these ones that feature like younger kind of cast, like they're like they're basically all adults. I think like everyone is at least 16 to like 30, but like it is like that's like you have a wide age range,
right?
And like English voice actors for some reason have a habit of making like younger voices sound horrible. And so like these characters that like if you're listening and reading in Japanese are like in like they're goofy but endearing are suddenly just annoying.
Right.
And so that's like a worry for me is like I don't know if they can get the personality things to translate, but the cast looks good to me.
So they're like, already ahead of the game as far as Death Note, basically.
Yeah, I mean Death Note, they took a couple chances that I thought were good, like Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
as Ryuk, I thought would kill it. And what was it? Was it Lakeith as L? I thought as much as that's like, yeah, obviously they like took a chance on that because like the character is not black in Death Note. But
right.
I thought upon seeing that Lakeith would do a very good job with that. Like I thought like, oh, I think I can see him actually nailing this character based on the other shit I've seen him do. I don't mind that. Some racist people are just like, no, my fictional character must be white as shit. But
I feel like they probably just threw Lakeith in because wasn't the main character super white?
Yeah, but also they changed like the whole thing with the that's where they fucked up is they instead of keeping the actual story, they like threw it. They just kept like, well, what if we had the Death Note and instead of like what the story actually is, we just make him like a common school shooter type.
Oh.
Versus like in the anime, he's like this. The whole point is he's brilliant like and no one suspects him, and like he's like this super popular, brilliant guy that like for the most part gets away with it, obviously, but like because he's the main character, and you're watching his like descent into madness essentially.
Right. While Lakeith's character searches for who it is.
Is trying to figure it out.
I never got to the end of the comics, but yeah. All right. So Yay or nay on One Piece?
I think
Sounds like you're out.
Jess is texting.
I got him.
Jess, what are your thoughts on One Piece?
I'm ordering marijuana.
All right.
That's her thoughts on One Piece.
Okay.
Would be a blast to watch. I can tell you that much. But yeah, I think, like I said, I don't know how to do it. So I think I'm nay, and especially because Netflix and their history of even when everything looked like it was going to be perfect for like Cowboy Bebop, they still fucked up. Like I was so into like everything that slowly came out over the year of like over like all of 2020 and 2021.
And then it's
about
it. Ass.
And then like I was like, it wasn't terrible, but I was like, this is just okay. Like they had everything going for them, and it still was bad. And that's one that I had reasonable expectation because it's like, oh yeah, it's a dystopian world. We've done that a million.
Yeah,
dystopian space traveling world that's based like it's like a Western. Yeah, I've seen that. We can do that. This is like an insane pirate world where everyone can do like wild, crazy shit. Like the third villain can basically like split his body apart in like whatever ways possible, and he's this big ass clown. Like it's an absurd universe that's going to be really hard to replicate. But like I said, I think I saw the initial cast photos for like the first people out of East Blue, and like they look good. I think like obviously with some of them it's like, yeah, hair and makeup's going to be involved, but like, yeah, they all look like, especially Luffy. In my opinion, looks like he'd be good if they do some amazing shit. But also, it's 1,039 chapters and going. Like,
that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Just 25, 30 years of continuous week to week writing.
Of one man's, yeah.
Yeah, and what's amazing is he seemingly wants to end it. Like there's like 4 years ago, not 4, it was like 2 or 3 right before the pandemic. Ichiro Oda had and he was like, how long do you think it's going to go on for? Like until it ends. He's like, oh, we're in the end game. I think I want to end it in like the next 5 to 7 years. And
that's his way of.
Right now, I'm just like, I can't figure out how you would end this in the next like 5 to 7 years from this point. Right. And he said that like 3 years ago. So I don't think it's ending anytime soon, too. So either Netflix is just inherently trying to do it, going for like a viewership grab to be like, oh, there's a bunch of One Piece fans. Maybe they'll flock to our service at least to give it a shot. Or they're about to make like a fucking decade-long investment into this story.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, if it goes well, they have so much. So much they can use. Yeah.
And there's a lot that they don't have to based on like translating the live action, but like I just don't see how they keep like the charm and depth of this world in a live action setting. So I think I'm out, but I'm not saying I'm mostly saying I'm confused by like how they're going to do it.
I'm most concerned about if Jess is in or out.
Fuck it, I'm in.
All right, that's great.
She's in for my stretchy pirate guy. Awesome. Yeah,
I did pay attention. I know what you were saying. You said that's why it would be hard to bring the world to life because there's a lot of shit like that.
If it was one character that had weird abilities, it would be one thing. But it's like half
everybody.
The cast.
Yeah, like, I was listening.
Whatever.
There's one person that's being of solid light. It's a lot.
Hold for Everything podcast.